Dr. Gabriel Amasi. Let's put our hands together for him. The commissioner only sends the director. Director is here accompanied by the deputy director in charge of animal production. He is Dominic Agada, and also the information officer of the ministry, Collins. Okay, let's put our hands together for them. Thank you very much. We appreciate you for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, may I acknowledge this morning the president of the Veterinary School of Nigeria, who is our own, the former acting vice chancellor of Professor Matthew Adamu. Let's go for him. He's not alone, he's always doing this job with the registrar of the Veterinary Council of Nigeria, who is a family now to this university, Dr. Oladoton Fadiwe. Let's put our hands together for him. Today, we are privileged to have the man who has never left swimming since he left the university. He is our guest speaker. I shall be talking to the graduates on opportunities that exist beyond the normal clinics that we know. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Ocean Blue Africa Consulting. He is no other person but Benedict Omewa. Let's put our hands together for him. Thank you very much, sir, for being here. We'd like to also acknowledge and welcome in our midst the man who has this occasion prepared and ensure that everything is going well. May I acknowledge the Dean of the College of Veterinary Medicine, Awataka University, Professor Joel Osha. Let's put our hands together for him. It is a privilege to also acknowledge the director of the Veterinary Teaching Hospital, where the finishing has been done for you to be proficient as a near. We have the privilege to acknowledge Professor Abdullahi Elsa. Let's put our hands together for him. We very specially take this moment to acknowledge all the heads of departments who are here. Time will not or may not permit us to introduce the heads of department individually and all the college management team. But please, can we have a wave from all the heads of department? Let's put our hands together for them. They are the ones directly responsible for preparing the graduates whom we are going to receive today. In the course of that acknowledgement, I have spotted the Deputy Dean of Postgraduate School seated directly behind the heads of department. May I especially acknowledge in our midst Professor Amono. Let's put our hands together for a prop. Welcome. I've also stretched to support the past National Secretary of MBMA and current chairman of MBMA, those state chairmans and advisors seated over there. Thank you very much. The president of the Veterinary Council of Nigeria is here with us. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Moses Arokoyo. Let's put our hands together for him. He is represented by the chairman, Nigerian Veterinary Medical Association, Benin State Chapter, Dr. Billy Andrew. Please put your hands together for him. I haven't done the introduction, very specially acknowledge all parents and guardians of the graduates who are here. If you're a parent or a guardian, just give us a wave wherever you're seated for special acknowledgement. Let's do that together for them. Now that the introduction of dignitaries is concluded, it is to invite to the microphone the Dean of the College of Vet Medicine to specially welcome us to this event. Put your hands together for Professor Jostum. Accepting child's patient and a short contemplative needs. Our relationship with our brother ministry at the host of pregnancy service. The partnership has to stand with us here as demonstrated by the livestock industry has a lot of potentials. Also, it also that is every reason for partnership. For a second, a team has been of our college and the former acting vice chancellor of the University of Abuja, now Gakubawa University, for his leadership role in the DCN's Association of Hope. The validation of the DCN and the active collaboration with the Prime Minister of Livestock, especially the Office of the Secretary of Health, on the validation of the medical services in Abuja in the last week, are clear examples of good leadership. This is not just an honor view of the person, but to the whole workplace and the entire Jostum community as one of their own game here. I pray the Lord grant you wisdom and all the prayers when I counsel to a higher level as you have been doing. Our prayers are always with you. Continue to be our ambassador. I also Orlando is a familiar place in our induction ceremony. Those of you that have come here will always see it. We are happy to see you today once again. Since the president is one of us, let me dare say this, that the acting capacity is due for confirmation. I also welcome the national president of the National Veterinary Association, Dr. Moses Aroko, being represented by Dr. Amine, the local branch chairman of NDA University, for the leadership he has provided as transmission of. And this will know the renewal of his mandate in Charlie last year. The collaboration between NBA and BCN is becoming manifest to all the stakeholders to see and appreciate. To our visitors, we appreciate you for the good response despite our short break. This came as a result of circumstances beyond our immediate. This is our 17th set of meeting for Urusi.
since following the veterinary council and NPC approval to run the program in the year 2000. We have maintained very high standard of training of graduates. They are doing very well both in the practice within and outside it. We have received recommendations from various organizations attesting to the professional confidence and character of our graduates from both public, private, and public institutions. Today, we are inducting 32 highly trained veterinary doctors. Simple calculation, you can see that it's almost an 80% soft. The first set of graduates in 2009 graduated 9 out of 12, which was a 75% soft. So you can easily see that since we started, there is something peculiar about our board of selections. We have not gone beyond an A grade. So we should be commended. And by that, we want to appeal to this end that it's the high time that our quota should be increased from the present age to maybe 90, if not 120. Most of the new veterinary schools are admitting more numbers, but I feel we have better manpower and we based on our track record. The BCN should can increase our needed quota. It is cheaper to expand facilities in the existing institution than establishing new ones. So I strongly believe instead of proliferation of veterinary faculties and colleges, it's cheaper to expand the existing one. If the aim is fully to address access. Another issue I would like the BCN to help us look at is this issue of CDC man. CDC man has some cool innovations. The major challenge we have with it is the systems of 180 minimum daily for the web problem. They are saying that so the BCN should ask the NPC, the usually said, who by God's grace is also a vet and artist, so that this issue will be addressed. Under the visionary leadership of our innovative vice the College of Veterinary Medicine was stronger. The college got more habilitation for NPC. Habilitation will be a successful one as well. Now that the issues surrounding habilitation issues are clear, we hope the visit of this year will cover both the university management. They also sit together and decide over the good timeline for the exercise to carry the balance of. I also appreciate the vice chancellor who have been to innovate blockade that houses the veterinary college. But that being said, the blockade has a thing, which is why we have agreed to the there's a lot of communications there. Almost all the classes of people and the offices are in the problem of population of the time. So many issues are there. So we would more with those issues that are very important as the right. The vice chancellor has told me us all and we are discussing. In the last improvement exercise, we got clear at the exam. We are dealing at this mostly inadequate. There are some of our department that has as little as 3 staff in the whole department. We really need improvement. If we must face application and really fast, we really need support of the Another issue is the issue of entry point for doctor of medicine. The civil service commission and university entry point for doctor of medicine is the $1 on assistant lecturer for a long time. But recently, the living model was employed as we have obtained the university management is somebody is a living installation and otherwise a living model installation as it's not necessary. That should be looked at. The first graduate student is so-called Luca Tori. Of 4.61. So those people are Lua, those are the will be referred along as the policy of the out of the three staff we got, who of them have to be our president, the various we really appreciate the list, but as this, people are asking, since there are gaps and the game, we continue to ask what are the you know they have ability. The need for digitalization of our record in the veterinary teaching has lower the side. There is need to digitize the record and the BGA to protect the records from fire and other disasters, just as happened last year. We feel if that is on the record, there is an indigenous company, Vet Connect, which is managed by one of us, Dr. Shedra, who has offered do that service to us at no cost to the university. We want to encourage the investment. Let me also use this opportunity to thank all the staff of the veterinary medicine, the veterinary teaching hospital, for their hard work in molding the lives of this children and making it possible for the university to present them today for this exercise. I specifically thank the health department, professors and members of the College Board, the other committees, team of consultants and clinicians, technologists, animal residents, cleaners, for their knowledge in all the need the training of this graduate. We cannot forget to thank the College of Agronomy, Fisheries and Aquaculture Sciences, the Center for Entrepreneurship and other colleges for providing training for the students because of their studies. Our special appreciation goes to the Center of Jostum for providing a good academic environment for this program. To our esteemed graduates, you will become our professional colleague today after the work by the veterinary council, and you will be licensed, you will become veterinary surgeon. I urge you to do the ambassadors of our college and this great university like Jostum. Jostum is one of the centers that is chosen by the federal government for the course. We will be happy to see more of you coming back and being a friend. I also challenge you to take advantage of the opportunity in the last industry, which is at the verge of transformation in our country. There will be high demand for veterinary services in the livestock value chain. This is one of the reasons why we brought the distinguished the president of the government, to come and open your eyes in the past opportunities that existed in the private sector of the Greek economy. which is vitally unpacked. Hence the problem. Veterinary medicine are the frontiers, unlocking our practical animal health and good development. Our guest speaker or our guest lecturer will do justice to the problem. Listen to him as we did the last year. And who knows, somebody's future may be hanging on what he or she hears today. To the parents of the dead and guardians of the dead, I salute you for your perseverance and prayers that our good Lord preserve you to see their growth and success in life in Jesus' name. To our guest speaker for the Barrow in Weaver and accomplish our part to the dead, we are happy to have you around. Thank you for accepting to come and talk to this young man. Who knows? The topic today a big seed you may be solving today. Something unprecedented may come out of it. Will help a huge gap. I wish you all a successful birthday ceremony and join messages to your various destinations. Long live College of the University. Long live Joseph Sawaka University. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
The team personally college for that welcome address. So we give them another round of applause. So while he was presenting that speech, the registrar of our university and the university librarian joined us. It's my honor to welcome and especially recognize our registrar, Dr. John, who showed himself. And on his left is our university librarian, Professor Jessica Agor. So like I said sometime earlier, we're far behind schedule for this program. I can see some very distinguished and very important guests who are here with us. The course of the program has time permits be recognizing this dignitary, especially among Vice Chancellor Mark, committed to, at this moment, invite the chairman of this occasion, the Honorable Commissioner for Agri and Food Security Ministry, Honorable Chief Ashabi, who's please born represented by the Director of Life of Energy, Dr. Gabriel. Are we please use hands together?
This wonderful university, the faculty of veterinary medicine, the registrar of the university, the president, veterinary council of Nigeria, the registrar of esteemed staff members of this university, this faculty in particular, proud parents and graduates, I thank for your indulgence to stand on the well-established protocol. Honorable Commissioner, Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, regrets deeply for his inability to take fiscal review. But as mandated here as the chairman of the probation, I also stand in my official capacity as the Director of Livestock and Veterinary Services as I speak to you. The Honorable the Ministry, the Honorable Ministry, sorry, let me go. The Honorable Commissioner, Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, asked messages. On behalf of as a full pass on strong veterinary workforce support rural livelihood. We expect you to come all the needs of the patient and partner with government to insist on annual production and the One Health agenda. The ministry remains committed to strengthening veterinary services and will continue to approach with Jostum, the veterinary council of Nigeria, create opportunities for membership, internship, professional engagement among veterans. It's important to have competence action. The Directorate of Livestock and Veterinary Services, the Ministry of Agriculture, is open to support your professional growth as in practice. I wish to inform you that graduates of this faculty who are serving the Ministry of Agriculture and directly under my board are doing very well. We are proud of it. The planning itself is very I congratulate you all and wish you successful careers in service for our state and nation. Thank you. May God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. We thank the official representative for that address. It's so very one student, a graduate, and doing very, very, very nice in that ministry.
Thank you very much. Before the next presentation, it's very important to acknowledge the Dean of Engineering, Professor Martin Jostum. Sir, you're welcome. It's also important that we are calling out 32 graduates today, and you will definitely join the alumni association. Also supported the National Secretary of Jostum Alumni, Dr. Joel Songo. Let's put our hands together for it. The slides for this presentation, we are making efforts to put it up. As soon as the guest lecturer is able to put that in place, we shall call upon him to make his presentation. Why you are aware that nature above vacuum, we will not pause the program, and as such, I invite President Veterinary Council of Nigeria, Professor Matthew Adamu, for his presidential remarks. Let's put our hands together for you.
The Vice Chancellor of Greenwich University, Engineer Professor, I ably represented here by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, my sister, Professor Elizabeth Kevin, the Registrar of our university, Dr. John David, who I believe next year will not just be registered, he will be a proud parent. God will be doing the next induction. Let me give that to you before time. The University Librarian, Professor Mrs. Jessica Alvo, the chairman of this occasion, Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Benue State, ably represented Director of Livestock and Veterinary Services for Benue State, Dr. Amasin, especially welcome, sir. The Dean, College of Veterinary Medicine, Professor Joel Bosha, who today is sitting as Dean, and as because one of the platform is the son, our special important. The Registrar, Veterinary Council of Nigeria, my brother, Dr. Ebenezer Fadipe, Dr. Fadipe, whom we have been traversing the length and breadth of Nigeria together, doing this ritual of induction. Last week we were at the Sudan and Tumodibi. Today we're here. We don't know where we'll be next, but we're always on the road, and God has been granting us doing university. It's always a pleasure. We welcome you. My elder brother, and veterinary teaching hospital, Professor A.T. Professors in the College of Veterinary Medicine, my colleagues, heads of departments, other deans of faculties of colleges that are here, especially the Dean of the College of Engineering, who is the Dean of the Vice Chancellor. I used to tell him, you are Dean of the Vice Chancellor, so you are a special dean. The Deputy Dean of the Postgraduate School, it's nice to have you here. Staff of our university, both teaching and non-teaching staff that are present here. The proud parents and guardians of our inductees, family and friends that are here to celebrate with them, and most importantly, our 32 young veterinarians that will be inducted in a matter of minutes. Gentlemen of the press, it's my pleasure to welcome us, join the day to welcome us on behalf of the Veterinary Council of Nigeria, under my watch, to the 17th induction ceremony of our great university. To me, this is special because I have steadily participated in the first induction where the HOD of Technology, Dr. Tuba, was inducted, and today we are having the 17th set. It means we are doing well, and I will continue to urge the university on Nigeria to continue to do and support the college. We have paid a costly call of management before coming here, and I will not want to repeat my appeal to them, and we had a positive response. Let me say that the Veterinary Council of Nigeria is saddled with the responsibility of ensuring that we regulate the practice and training of veterinary medicine in Nigeria at every level. Our responsibility is to ensure that it's adhered to and strictly it is done that way. We are among the 6 professions that the Federal Ministry of Education, among the through the National Universities Commission, have allowed to continue to have parallel accreditation with that of the NUC. Recall last year that NUC said that some professional body must stop accreditation, but Veterinary Council is among the only 6 that are allowed to have accreditation outside NUC. So that is a confirmation that NUC and the Federal Ministry of Education is aware of our peculiar role and will continue to play this role. The Dean of the College has made a request that he wants enrollment increase. The Veterinary Council of Nigeria will be pleased to receive a written request from the university and the Dean for that. And I want to assure you, as President of Council, we will do due diligence in that aspect. If you don't make a submission, we are not going to happen. So I will be waiting to see your request. And we have a prescription, and which I will advise openly. When you write, when they are coming for the next accreditation, let us use that to do the two things, accreditation and increase in enrollment. Because when you want to increase enrollment, Federal Council said a thing. 3 years ago, I was at the Swadavoli University. We want to see your classroom. We want to see the number of chairs that are in the classroom. So if you say you want 60 or 90, we'll count. Do you have 90 seats in the classroom? We want to see the number of microscopes in an action, in microbiology. And you know the ratio 1. If you want 90 students, you want to see 45 microscopes in this department. Once you have made up the criteria, the board of the council will look at that report and will approve. But we will not sit in Abuja and approve requests for increase in enrollment when we are not done our due diligence. So we hope that we get this. To the graduates, and we'll be in the case in the next few minutes. Let me call your attention to the veterinary ethics. I know you do a course veterinary jurisprudence, veterinary ethics and jurisprudence, where the laws of the veterinary profession is being taught. As counsel, we want you to practice your profession based on the ethics of your profession. Please do that very well. Somebody will say, what is there in the ethics? Your integrity will be called to test sometime. Last week we were at Umudike, and the chairman of MBMA, Abia State, shared a case with us. He had a client that has a dog. The dog was given anti-rabies, and it's an annual ritual, the anti-rabies. Now, it has asked to call the attention of the man, we need to vaccinate your dog. He did not do that 3 months later. The dog beat the son of the lawyer, and the lawyer now took the case to court. And at that point in time, the client came to me that, please, can you send this certificate and backdate it? So that when we go to court, present it, that the dog has actually been vaccinated. He told the man, my integrity is at stake. Sorry for no. Now, these are cases that will come, that will test your integrity. The ethics of your profession will be called to bear. Please don't sign any certificate that you have not actually vaccinated and backdate. If you do that and something happens to that, according to Professor DC, doctors who wrote blood and others, he said, if you miss the diagnosis of rabies, there's certainly someone is going to die. So don't be part and parcel of somebody's death because of professional or ethical practice. You have a responsibility to counsel to ensure that you pay your annual practicing license. You are on our list, and if you have a challenge, counsel will stand with you, even if it is in court. But if you don't do the right thing, we too will ensure that we don't stand with you at the right time. I want to congratulate the Vice Chancellor and the State and the University for bringing out these 32 areas. It is no It's not an easy thing. We continue to urge the university to please support the College of Veterinary Medicine to ensure that the quality of training that we give our graduates will continue to be upheld. Because that is one thing we will not compromise as the quality training. I want to congratulate the parents for seeing this day. And it is our prayer that being said earlier, that God will give you to reap from the fruit of your labor. To my colleagues, a few weeks ago, you are my students. Today, after induction, we are colleagues. When I came outside, I saw them. Many of them I could not recognize them. And I was saying, who are these ones? Like the prayers of my teachers that we should be better than.
The President of the Veterinary Council it is now time to listen to the guest speaker who has prepared something very different from what you've heard in the past. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome the EO Oiwa, who is going to present a guest speech to us. Please, come on. Let's put our hands together for him.
The representative of the Vice Chancellor, representative of the Commission of Public, Registrar, the Dean, Professor, senior lecturers, members of the Veterinary College of this great university, fresh graduates, newly baked graduates, those who are come and celebrate with them, and the state community here. Good morning to you all. Great privilege and honor to be here. Out very nice. I my name and pure great about the I didn't enter this field by mistake. Wasn't incident that I choose that path. I'm going to be because even right here, the East was like last week. So anytime I'm telling you, he knows that I immediately would have realized what people were down while you people are working on that. So that's what is very intentional, no regrets. Having a wonderful time, God has been great joy to be here. Share the past 26 years. We share some spread. Go to be talking quickly on this one. Veterinary medicine and frontier. Unlocking apart animal health and improving economy in Nigeria. By the mercies of God, I'm also the consultant for University of Algarve, Portugal, consultant with us in drama. I've been able to break through some barriers in the academic setting. After that, busy, follows the learning. Long masters made in this area, international certifications are across the sea. And I've been involved in a lot of projects. Right? We are communicating because I was thinking I'm going to be presenting this after the administer the whole but I'm talking to you pre and as a pre-stage. The way I practice the presentation should be after the I'm using referring to you directly as a wow already. Now that we have the various questions that you have to ask yourself is what exactly you are going to do. Some of you have said clinical practice, government employment, and academia. You see that second slide. Second slide. You need to ask yourself this question. Most of you are saying that you are not really certain you need. The things you are looking for. Don't look for the comfort zones. What today is. Today, I can tell that we will do it over and over again. Dr. Andrew said that the man who comes to it, President, this is the only time I have enough sleep. Somebody made me the workshop and I realized I was getting close to it. From there, I think there's any opportunity I have like this, because most times I'm in my boxers. I dress upon area operations. Most time I'm in my boxers, my staff and everything. So, but opportunity like when we carry away, and suit and all that. So you need to ask yourself, how the reality check? We need to have a reality check, current profession landscape. Slap. Reality check. Hello. Please, the person up there should be following what I'm doing here. Reality check. Current professional landscape, that's the truth, the situation that we had limited job opportunities in practitioner practice, increasing number of veterinary. Every time we go out to induct them, and high competition from the few. Slow career progression is a common phenomenon that we have in conventional pathways, that we are used to. The truth is that the system cannot absorb everyone. In as much as the team, I can see it talking passionately and the register, everybody will want you to absorb from everybody. This is me and Sembosha after over 20. This is 8 years now. So I want you to understand that and come to terms with that you need to chart your career path deliberately and intentionally. And in this profession, you can go from a lot of ways, a lot of pathways you can enter. Now, keywords. We are going to be looking at this. Veterinaries, medicine at the frontier, aquatic animal health, and the blue economy. The keywords. There's a relationship. There's a relationship between veterinary medicine at the frontier, the aquatic animal health, and the blue economy. Just like we know today, you are doing producing. And among you, I'm sure you are taking courses. Right? Am I right? During our time, this kind of privilege. I have to self-people myself and get a lot of other trainings here. So people are already well prepared. Only a little bit of a field experience, some mentorship and training to handle some cases, especially on the field. Clients, visual management, other things you can do also is found. What is a frontier in a professional practice, a frontier. And emerging it is set high demand for expertise. And there's limited number of specialists, which is very, and there's significant opportunity. I will agree with you that aquatic animal health is situation. Because we are underdeveloped here, we need to move it, we need to take our place back, and whether we are going to see some of the practices that we into that area. So we are actually at the frontier, veteran professionals at the frontier here with aquatic animal health because we are that area is still underdeveloped and there's high demand. And some few years ago, we had the privilege to work with the regional animal center in Mali. When I was taking over as a consultant there, and it's obvious around we have the privilege of course, the equals country. There's actually nothing that you can because we are looking for primary information that we can use to develop the document. It wasn't there. So you agree with me that aquatic animal health keeps this situation as a frontier, where we need to look at. I have a lot of challenges with other veterinary colleagues who some have issues, even coming to terms that aquatic animals are animals. And this happened, thank God, President, you are here. Very interesting case a few years ago in the university, I mentioned privileged to be there. Student wanted to do masters. And this wonderful student, he's in Australia, met me, and he wants to do his work using fish and all that. And we talk. But when he got to the professor, fish is not an animal. That doctor's vision was killed. He came back to meet me, his spirit was down. He asked me and then Mr. Atagola, he did his work, brought him. And today, he's in Australia, doing very well. And all that. So we need to understand this. We are both as long as the ant is an animal, whether terrestrial or aquatic, we are responsible for them. And if you don't have an understanding, ask someone who does. That's why I say we don't need to work in silos, we need to collaborate. Nobody knows it all. So these are the period. And you look at the aquaculture situation in this country. By its grace, Nigeria is the second largest aquaculture sector producer in Africa after Egypt. And the largest producer of the predominantly culture with local fish. We have over 1,500 species of fish species in this country. Just in freshwater, from the Lake Chad Basin, from the Benue Trough, Niger Rock, all to the marine. But I'm not talking about marine fish right now. But what we have is that we have close to 2,000 species. What are we doing? And don't forget where the freshwater and the marine water between the brackish water, but we already have migratory coming. Mixing with our summer season. They come, we have disease and they transfer already. We get to what we are seeing is in out there. We have situation where production, people are losing, but they can't attribute in these cases. But because there is no proper framework, animal framework in terms of surveillance and all that, so we are not catching those aspects at all. We need to look into that. The aquaculture value chain comprises of a whole lot of activity from the hatchery to the grower and restaurant, fish processors, and all what have you. We even have now ornamentals. What I'm telling you now is already on us. Dr. Ladayo, whom we are collaborating with, is in Ibadan. We are going to coin, goldfish, everything being produced right now. People are living good life. We have aquarium. One single depending on type of goldfish, some go as high as 40,000, just one fish now, 50, and the coin and the rest come like in thousands in dollars, and they have health challenge. And those who own them can pay because they have aesthetic purpose also and they have healing effect. So you know that there's a demand. The fish demand exceeded over 3 million metric tons annually in this country. As I said, local production is insufficient. And there's problem out there. Hatcheries are battling, prices are dropping. I said to one of the largest hatcheries, we are still, my consulting firm is still managing, don't like being out there to protect me. But when I moved to acquisition, I feel we are ocean green is. And I can assure you that we have most of the hatcheries when they say it's 3 weeks, 4 weeks, prices are dropping, we found that the parasite issue and the quacks, I have a lot of quacks in this sector, and everybody is a fish doctor. When they cannot handle it, they close it down. And that's a protection you need and it's gone. But for you, if you have properly trained, you know what to do. How you can take a water sample, look, even common, which is one of the common microscope, you see those things. The gyro can tell us all anything you need to see, various forms in there, you can take your clips, you can several things, arrive at a quick diagnosis, knowing the specimen you need to take, and quick interventions you need to do, and it will amaze you. Where you come in as the role of an aquatic veterinarian, you diagnose and manage fish diseases, you can design and implement biosecurity systems, you can improve hatchery survival and fry quality. You can guide rational use because of AMR, which can advise them on that and prevent misuse. You can support farmers with evidence-based solution. Anyhow, they are doing when you come, you are supposed to advise the farmer if there's an abuse and treatment protocols and all. I was somewhere. You can walk into any establishment. If you see a fish, I say that you have a fish man, I'm just sharing, you have a fish management plan here. They say, what is that? And so, okay, can you do us a fish? You can take your consultancy that started. You can talk of a fish management plan for a facility. I can, for life, I make all through the value chain is needed. From hatchery to grow up, the feed the medicated feed we produce, and you can help in analyzing the feed to know, whether the feed is safe for eating, because it forms part of what you are going to use, to safeguard the farm you are governing. What kind of animals do aquatic veterinarian treat? They talk about everything in water, freshwater, marine. I've been around Egypt. So I've seen some colleagues who are really very interesting aquatic animals that I myself are wondering. But since you don't have got preparing oneself, you know that some of them have basic anatomical systems, they all have basic rules of administration of drugs. We need to expose ourselves also to that. And a lot of fish, to octopus, to manatee, and a whole lot of them are out there. Whales, dolphins, we have many species, starfish, octopus, tortoise, all manners, mental, wild fish, baby. There are even birds. We have water birds and water turtles and all the rest of them that you see in the wildlife medicine. So those are all areas of interest to an aquatic veterinarian. Now, what skills are needed? What skills do aquatic veterinarians need? Apart from the conventional skills that you have been open to, when Dr. Andrew was saying that the man that sweets, you know that your lifestyle will be close to how you can handle water. I have fallen down from some dams. I had a situation, I'm going for aquaculture engineering, I have to certificate in that. I have to go into a lot of sectors. My proposing farm set up, I want to be as practical because there's a lot of breakup areas in this practice. Teach you or make you relevant. We are into just everything you can think of as far as aquaculture production It's for sign. I know a time that we have to divert a river path, break it down. And I was up there, I somehow slipped and up, down. I really had a twisted knee. And I started to the car. Because I don't lead from the back, I lead from the front. From the day I started to today, one of the skills you must have is important. If you cannot learn swimming, don't try to. I was taken to a dam. I won't mention the name. We have a very big dam there. I think I was sending, a team today. Privileged to be there. By somebody. And I was great for the ideas for us to do and the rest to have something going. Water body that you see and you may fall sick. The sheer volume. And if you are not strong, you will be intimidated. So all this is important. Develop likeness for it. You don't have to have marine spirit. And we are not conducting deliverance of anybody. Now, where are you coming? Where are you coming? Of the where you coming is a heading. As a veterinarian, you have to, of course, we know the challenges in the aquaculture. I want you to move with me. The challenges in the aquaculture involve poor hatchery outputs. The output has been very poor. The output has been very poor. We are not getting optimum production at all. And they don't understand what is happening, but we understand. You as a veterinarian, you understand where they have disease strategies that is affecting that particular age group. And that's why I was saying that these challenges is where you come. There's high mortality rates during production cycle, inadequate disease diagnosis and monitoring, indiscriminate use of antibiotics and chemicals, weak or absent biosecurity system. These are common features out there. And these are largely, of course, animal health problems, which you as a veterinarian and aquatic veterinarian have to look into. You can solve it. This is what an aquatic veterinarian comes in to solve. Now, there's a missing link. Where are the veterinarians? There's limited involvement in fish production system. That's the truth. There's limited involvement. We are not really involved. No awareness of aquatic veterinary practice. We rely so much on non-specialists or health stations. Poor integration of veterinary services into aquaculture and was a critical gap. That's a gap that you can feel. You is me. You are with me. There's a gap for you to fill. Just waiting for you out there to fill. Your value. Why you matter in aquaculture? You step in, there's reduction in fish mortality. You will be improved growth by the of your intervention. Feed conversion, increase profitability, fish farms, sustainable and responsible production system. Veterinary income translate directly to economic value. When you intervene as an aquatic veterinarian, that translates to for that facility there. The truth reality, what is happening on the ground? We have farms with infrastructure but no technical systems. Weak fingerless leading to production failure. High use of antibiotics without diagnosis. Indiscriminate use that is leading to AMR situation. But preventable losses for management system. These are opportunities for intervention. I started by very early during my service here. I got involved. I was in the state veterinary clinic somewhere, one of the states in the east, but I did a lot by the side in fish farm. A lot of zoonotic diseases are crossing, both bacterial, viral, that we have in this sector. It will amaze you. There are a handful of them. I'm not going to be named, but I want you to know they are there, both bacterial and viral. What changes with your intervention? What changes with your intervention? Can we move on to that? I'm not here to give you lectures, I'm moving with some so that we move on to other places. When you apply fatties, mortality rate significantly reduces that farm. When an aquatic area steps in, there's improved hatchery performance. The hatchery that we have in partnership with some other organizations are doing very well. Because as you all know, I'm also deeply into research. So I have my fingers on a whole lot of things going. Growth becomes predictable because you are involved as an aquatic engineer. You can make sure that this is controlled, the production system design is well, so we are sure of achieving this number of fish or whatever we have, even prawns and shrimp. Just by the information, I was telling you the last year, towards the end, I got a call from somebody. So I used to say yes, and I said, please, I want to talk to you. As I'm talking to you now, I'm setting up a frog farm. I won't want to mention the name because most of my clients are trying to protect their identity. So before you know it, just sincerely, I start putting together a frog farm. But in this sector, I have my eyes on what is going on. A 50 kilo of processed dried frog yielding one costs 170,000 now. And there's a market somewhere for that. A lot of things we can do. When you intervene, your production cycle stabilizes, profit margin increases, and science. As a scientist, when you step into that farm or aquatic farm, there's no longer any guesswork. It's predictable. What you put in, you get out. Not that you begin to guess what will happen. Involvement of the medical profession in aquaculture is very vital. Involvement being essential in the investigation and treatment of diseases. We have the aquatic animal health code that has empowered us, given by the World Animal Health Organization, that allows us to operate as professionals in the aquatic sector. Because when you go out there, you meet a lot of fish doctors, a lot of people who think we shouldn't be there. But we have been empowered and we're right now being trained to take our rightful places. Veterinarians are a vital link in ensuring animal health through controlling food safety and security, similarly as with other food producing species such as the aquatic animal species. Veterinarians can advise and work with producers to promote the health and welfare of aquatic animals. Now let's look at the career pathways. Opportunities in aquatic animal health. Aquaculture consultants, please take this to heart. Aquaculture consultants, farm technical management, hatchery development and management, diagnostic laboratory services, research and academia, government and regulatory roles, international development organization. There are multiple entry points. And I've seen in my own journey, what I've seen that gradually I evolved. I started it was 6 years ago, 7 years that I entered the global brand. And some 3 years ago, 6 years ago, African continent, through ECOWAS and all have you. Then some 3 years ago, I entered the international brand. I started interacting internationally. And to the glory of God, I got my first consultancy contract 2 years ago in Portugal, at the same time one in Germany, to be a representative as far as aquatic animal health issue, they cannot come in, I handle it. In projects, in research, and what have you. And the cool thing I'm telling you, the profession you are in is a blessed profession. I have no regrets. But last year, we were paid, President, we were paid in euros. I have to say that to encourage you here. Paid in euros. We didn't have bank account to you, masters. We didn't have bank account to you. We just read I was going for the next thing. Then they started talking that I told myself we should open you. And then we went to open you and through all the formality. I could see transformation going. And when the first day was putting back, I said, and then we are the higher. So we went and did a lot of other stuff. They said it on the account, but we got it right. And it came in. According to my house. So please, you are in the right profession. And today, if I can make you disciples, all of you are already disciples in Abba. I'm going to tell you, I wanted to still digressing, but I wanted to do something for the someone who did the environment medicine, aquatic medicine, but I think we'll work on that. We'll still get that thing out. And one of the things I'll be doing also is to mentor as many of you I want to be mentored. I'm going to train you. I've trained several persons. As a matter of fact, across the country, I have a lot of mentees. One company from Kenwood, I was starting a training with some people by the end of this month. And people are taking that place. Now, integrating into traditional practice. You can integrate your aquatic practice into your traditional practice. I did it 2020 during the continuing education by DCN. They invited me and I told them this. Those they can see the great. There's no fear of being shy. Or have people who want to be involved. You can have your traditional practice. Partner, if you don't have this friend, I know you have people here like Dr. He has been water related partner and see how you can integrate. If you are a poultry livestock, you can partner with an aquatic veterinarian so that you can, be able to. There are clients that they take. People have aquarium everywhere now. You go into production of aquarium. I was saying that, but as you move from operation to strategic, activity. So it's good that you get involved. No matter where you find yourself, and be in practice, aquatic, veterinary practice. Now, how do you start? Then basic aquaculture production system. No, don't take shortcut at all. Don't take shortcut. Don't go. You must for production, but your aquaculture production must be sound and sound. I was privileged to be selected by the World Bank early 2000. While I'm out on the field just doing my thing, it came up. Me and Dr. Adala knew somebody is about that privilege. I was having the privilege to be trained by Aqua culture production system in Israel. My production is very into production, deeply into production. You are not waiting for fish to start dying fish farm. You are coming there to be one-stop solution owner. You are not coming with antibiotics or injection. Most of the time, the program is tinted, design, water. That's the problem. So your production, knowledge from the sound, business and study operational history. I have people send students, Dr. Send some of our students to my farm. They did their internship and all that, understanding what we're doing. Build relationship with fish farmers. You have to build relationship with them. They may not like you, they may not want you, because some of them resort to self-help, but we just build that relationship. Start with small advisory room. Start small or start early. Now, you need skills. Skills require sound vision, your pathology, fish pathology, very sound. I have my dissecting center, I have my so going in, when they are not like that, open my room, I put out a whole lot of things. Everybody gather, I help me. I have my dissecting set, my microscope is there. I go out there, I have my multi-water parameter testing kit. I use digital systems. You must have all this as you go on. Your observation and diagnostic skills, problem solving and critical, because what you have in the service area is a different ball game. Yeah. And basic production understanding, focus on your practical competencies. What kind of animals you aquatic area street? I've already talked about it before we even got here. What kind of animals? Where do aquatic areas work? We work across everywhere, marine wildlife sanctuary institute. Give us, you are a lecturer, you can still give exercise and set it up in aquaculture facilities. Permit me to tell you this morning that the first privilege I had to ever enter a first class aeroplane was in this practice. Immediately after, before COVID, Professor Matthew, Professor Shaluju called me and let me gather information about fish farmers for integration. So we gave me that responsibility, so I have to gather information about fish farmers. Somehow there was a key farm that's highly modern in this country, in the Jewish war of the state, owned by the major person handling our NNPC pipeline. So they have is the largest privately owned fish farm in this country. The water with pipes from the high sea, it's an elevation. If you enter their control room, you think you are NASA. All the parameters, something else done. Well, that fish farm, I'm not going to, there was one of the farms I got as an import. They didn't allow me to talk to the owner, and they were not interested. But as long as we have it, that they can Google my name and meet with her and find out who I am. So they did that. The next thing the owner called my own, so the country was on the lockdown. This is very practical. And they said they have a challenge. And things are happening, but please, after the lockdown, when you come, it was not in the country. I said, no problem. Immediately, they lift up the COVID lockdown. I got a call. They booked a first class ticket. I'll bring you. I've never entered first class like that. We go to the economy and the rest. Entered the first class, got to Lagos. Convoy took me from that Java. I say, they took me to a mansion, and you did. This is why I said, oh, I came here for something. Let me attend to that thing first. So from there, we moved with a convoy to a state. I went to the farm and troubleshooted. Right from the entry point, I was troubleshooting. Went to their feed, something else. I was troubleshooting to the tree with my nose asking questions. Then they wanted to take me down to a 5-star hotel. This is an aquatic area. By the time you work on yourself, you become an institution yourself. They wanted to take me back to a 5-star hotel. And I said, no, give me on the farm. They left me on that farm. They have a very big, beautiful business. I said to the guest house. The man called me in the night. He said, Dr. Niva, are you not going to the hotel? I said, sir, this place is open. I came here on an assignment. I think the Lord first of all the cycle of antibiotics, I ask for record answer. I look at the pattern of the disease, I look at what I could take a sample and everything. I got it done, I left it. Took off, put my report, gave to him. The man had not said eyes on him. After permit me to share this. 2 weeks he came back from where he was. Just one day he just called me. He's around, made me in Betama. I went there, I entered a cycle I've never entered. Aquatic environments. I spoke on that cycle, and you have not said eyes on him. It's still of us saying, Dr. Biwa was searching, we should have them. They told us the stress is Dr. Biwa. The person I told me I've been doing all those things in my fish farm and the rest. And so he didn't even ask of anything. just something for a reason. I'm just an first class from there. They booked me another first class. I joined his chief. He went and introduced me. That's how I moved Lagos, Jigawa, aquatic practice. If you want to plan, aquatic, I'm so proud of the profession. So proud of this profession. We have national policy of marine and blue economy in this country. That's what we're heading to. The Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy was newly founded, but the staff team, there is no veterinary presence in that ministry whatsoever. You know, the blue economy has all the aquatic animals, both in marine and freshwater, and their resources. And as far as their health is concerned, anything about aquatic sciences. The blue economy is very important. It's also an economic space. It's part of Nigeria's rich geographical, social, and cultural campus. And the market value of the blue economy, a little research, is in trillions in dollars. We don't talk about here in the waters are also aquatic animals we can harness, that can generate a whole lot of money to our GDP as a nation. Production cannot happen without aquatic in aquatic space, without aquatic environments giving the support. Production has become intensive, and as it has become intensive, disease situation is manifesting, and there's need for aquatic veterinarians to play their partake role. The bigger picture is that for sustainable use of aquatic resources, of course, aquatic veterinarians have to be involved. And by that, will have contribution to the national food security, and it will also generate employment for us in the veterinary space. Aquatic veterinarians are needed. The Ministry of Marine and Commerce, as a matter of fact, for signing the blue economy itself, which will lead to economic development as a nation. So we want a vibrant blue economy, a vibrant blue economy by aquatic substance of the lives of aquatic animals, both in fresh and marine waters. The World Bank has many definitions about what blue economy is. The World Bank has defined it as the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, in particular, as well as improve health and ocean system. You can find out that any bacteria that gets involved in the aquatic space is already new economy, centralizing the sanctity of the blue economy, so that there can be economic growth in livelihood and job. Because I am also an employer, telling you about challenges. I'm an employer, staff are based on some partial, depending on the arrangement we have. So there are many definitions, both by European Commission, Commonwealth, but I'm sure you are going to get this. I'm not like to go into that. But the blue economy has a serious value. Over $3 trillion. What? and distinguish yourself in your generation. It's a quite silent area, but a lot of you know, that we are all offering a lot of courses now that are party related, the veterinary school. Don't just teach that much, not the aquatic animal. Take a ride into the one in that boat. So if you take a red boat, I'm ready to go. I can assure you that I will lead, and I can assure you that you are heading towards the right frontier. And you can see the whole span of the horizon. It's safe for you to walk out. Leave the shoreline. A lot of things I can say about this. My people have always used it. Leave the shoreline to your comfort zone and sail out. It will amaze you what you discover on that horizon. This is privilege a few years ago. Here I come from NASA too, somehow. So we had a partnership. Took over a facility, I rehabilitated. What I find everybody likes to come to this particular because it looks so beautiful. Register if you see it. Because it can be a step in. For it. So people from other part of the family, every time they come to me, in the area you have the video here, I can play. These are my staffs. We are sorting out the language. It's still the same farm. Not everything in this farm. We come very early in the morning. I have to run like you. Somebody gave them my number. I got there for the before I came, everything was gone. Took some sample, do some troubleshooting, find out what the problem was. I wrote my report in the corner. These are some of the dead fish here, and this is one of the dams set up by his great family. The privilege to set up 4. Since after 4, this is one of them. So when you see me in suit like this is a real brand new. This is a real setup. This is one of the dams I walk aquatic vegetarian, and I've gone through birth. I also learned plumbing. Occasionally, I attached myself to a plumber for 1 year. I learned plumbing. There's nothing in plumbing that I can do because I know it comes into the back of work. When you call it out, when you want it there, I just know what is there. So all the necessary skills you have to get in place. And this I was confused. This is Mira Farms. They have a token. So there's a major tilapia tree farm. I'm actually from the inception up to now. It's a video, this thing, and this is me. This is an arrangement of fish feed for a client. You can see with the staff reaching the fish feed here. I compare staff is still ongoing within a lot of the area. So and reach the feed to feed them because this is the dam I told about the 2.2. Be able to write something and do a work there. This is some of the futures you see and an aquatic area. You can also meet with this person. So don't issue with this person. These are references. Thank you very much. Just hope and pray to be able to motivate that. Thank you.
Please give another round of applause. secondary school, egg in Igbo is aqua, isn't it? People call egg aqua. So there was this new guy in class. We just asked him to name one source of protein, and the guy just said aqua. And secondary school days, that was the name he graduated. So they just come and say, this is aqua. But the guy is doing really, really very well now. So we want to very specially appreciate the guest speaker with another round of applause, please. To the graduates, is there anyone who wants to be his disciple? Is there any one of you thinking aqua now? If you are there, raise your, you know, he promised to mentor. He promised to mentor. One thing that you didn't tell you is that the man doesn't like eat like that, so he always eat fish. And so we're moving on to the next agenda for today, and that's the administration of food. This is the business of the day. In a second or more, men and women who are level graduates who become doctors, and this assignment is to be done chiefly by the Registrar of the Veterinary Council of Nigeria, Dr. Fadibe. Let's put our hands together as we invite the Registrar to conduct this very important aspect of this event. Matter of fact, this is the cruise of the ceremony. After his remarks,
It's very hard. I used to think I'm tall, but this one is meant for him, and then the vice chancellor, engineer, Professor Suku, they will be represented by our beautiful BBC admin. Please permit me to stand or leave or rest in your ready establishment. So good afternoon, everyone. How many of us have finished talking something? You are finding yourself. We are only giving you a tip of the iceberg on what this one's went through. It was not easy, but it was worth it. For me, anywhere I get to, just like Dr. Omewa just said, no regret in the veterinary job. While the one in my class, for 10 of us, were the ones that signed the record and said, want to become veterinary doctors. Push them, parents. But guess what? One of the push might become best graduates. So the veterinary school is very interesting. Those who are not veterinary doctors here, they can only imagine what it looks like to be a vet doctor. There's no cost like veterinary medicine. You have a witness here. No cost. But today is not a day of too long speech because you are planning yourselves. You are planning yourself so that you know what they went through. It was not easy. Some of them almost gave up. I mean, I almost gave up. Do you know that song? Yes. There's one of my junior colleagues, his name is Anas Makide. When I was in 400 level, I entered Anas Makide's class, and he wrote something, you know, the board is there, that big veterinary auditorium in MBU. If you have not been there, please pay a visit one day, MBU. And at the side of that board, there's a wooden structure where you can write something. And the summary of what Anna wrote, the only thing I can remember is the date ever graduate. That's the story of the veterinary doctor. Because when you see what they are passing through, you wonder, this is graduate. Progress. The only faculty or college where you can never finish your syllabus because it's so wide. And I want to tell you what the Vice Chancellor said today. The Vice Chancellor said that there are no students on campus like the veterinary students. Because I'm from ABU, the only student, Dr. Nancy and Co. with everything, the only student you can see on the road of the Amabile area before 7 o'clock, and they are not drinking, they are what? They are running. Because we have 7 o'clock lectures. And my brother and sister, you come late, the door is locked when you get there. So you don't want to come late. You remember Professor Wale of blessed memory? Once Prof entered the class like this, even if you are just at the stage, he push you back. Well, it's interesting. So today we've been tutored on unlocking aquatic animal health and blue economy in Nigeria. And as I was talking, I wish I'm a blue economy man, but it's not too late, sir. I mean, don't worry. We are close to retirement, so when we retire, we'll go and learn the blue economy. I like to swim very well. And since it's swimming, I will wear my swimming, you can join me. So we have 32 sets of vet doctors to be doctored today. And I'm very happy for you because as a student of science, I know 32 is an even number. So I pray for you, this time from now, you break even in Jesus. You need to face the world with that courage that you need. The courage you need. I didn't come here with my Bible, but I remember the verse of scriptures, 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, that says, God has not given us the spirit of what? Any human being that is defeated in life, the first problem is the what? Fear of the unknown. A lot of people are not graduated, they are wondering how the future will be. My future will be bright. Is that also? It has something. It has something. Because the person that knows the future resides in it. That's the truth. So you don't be afraid of any future. The future starts now. And if you can go to the veterinary school, you can go to anything in life. Yes, you can. I can say that on the rooftop. If the veterinary doctor anything to do in life, he is ready. So let's be on our feet as this doctor. As many as are ready to be doctored, be on your feet. Down. Still over. Down is fine. You can see all of them looking radiant. It means you'll be out of class for some time. I mean, it is not them we just finish. People don't smile where we're now. The president. Okay, so you raise up your right hand. Don't worry about them. We'll just leave that book. You are best doctors, you can listen very well and hear what we are saying. So you don't need all those books. As I recite it, you just follow. But you raise up your right hand to God, and then you repeat after me. So I will make it as clear, crystal clear as possible, as gently as much as I can. And Anywhere you get to, which is just the first part, I say, it's telling you that you put your name there because it's you that is taking the oath. So you are going to personalize it and put your name there. And please just so let's go. Being admitted to the profession of veterinary medicine. Solemnly declare and pledge to use my scientific knowledge and professional skills for the benefit of the society through the protection of animal health, promotion of animal welfare, the prevention and relief of animal suffering, the conservation of animal resources, the promotion of animal production, and the advancement of veterinary medical knowledge. I will practice my professional conscientiously with dignity, respect for my teachers, and senior professional colleagues, and in keeping with principles of veterinary. I accept as a lifelong obligation the continual improvement of my professional knowledge and competence. So help me God. Until by the power and authority at the word of the Council, I pronounce you doctors. So I'll seek for you to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have been sure to my belief. I know I can count on me. Stand up. For the champion, stand up. Stand up, stand up. For the champion, for the champion, stand. For the champion, for the champion, stand up. Stand up, stand up. For the champion, for the champion.
Let's go down. You are blocking the camera. Huh? These things not that or that.
So I'm going to
Which we on the staircase. No.
and they are going to be calling you out the way you are arranged in your program booklet. And of course, when you come, you and please note that vote certificate need to be signed. It didn't assign his portion. And so you, as the person who has been inducted today, will also sign your own part. Gracious enough, our mother is the deputy vice chancellor of administration. She will be handing over the certificate to you to wish you well as you go forth. And of course, apart from the doctorate and vote certificate, you also receive a provisional certificate, which will last for just 1 year. So please take note that it is provisional. I always receive a call. This certificate doesn't have a number. It doesn't have a number. So the one that carries a number will be ready by January 1st, 2027 at the first place. And of course, you also receive a certificate from the Nigerian Veterinary Constitution, NBM, because the chairman of the veterinary ethics to tell you that ethics
Please, I'm at an induction.
I was dressing up to come for this event. So there was a case of you're laughing. Well, the rest is history. We are going to invite you one after another. You will come out and take the certificates.
Guys are blocked everywhere. That is true. What's the issue? Now you see the
Yes, go over to
the network went off.
page.
Your network.
DJ touch the mic.
Even if I come back, so it's so.
Doctor, doctor, Omar, please. Go and shake the vice. very loud. You get why? It's the first time they are doing so
Need this thing network, they okay about it.
this way, check the first this way, follow the stake here. Dr. Osha. Wow. So he moved to Professor and let him have the doctor. Doctor Anokure. Doctor Ofo Okoro. Monday, Jonah. Simon. Dr. Ogu.
Y'all have stuff to do from your own. I've been to the thing saying this. No, you come out with this one. Yeah, portrait.
My guy, yes. And Dr. Elect Dr. Luca Torre.
Nobody come gather for you like this.
Dr. Elodie Stephen.
This guy is the first thing. Where is it? Yes.
Please allow me to come.
Yes. Dr. Nungwa Sendo. So there are two presentations. Let's put our hands together for them. The doctors, sign, seal, and deliver. There are presentations that are DJ, thank you, DJ.
Maybe supposed to play
Some pricings. Deserving winners. First, the Christian Liberians, Nigeria. For all the doctors newly inducted, so Agu, please proceed to make that presentation.
Yeah, what? Our dog will come to come out.
That's the first. 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 Standing on the existing protocol. Christian Nigerians, Nigeria, to present gifts to the latest graduates in town. There are 32 Christian literatures for your own edification. And his message to you is that you should read these literatures and you should practice your profession with utmost integrity. Thank you. Thank you very much. So you proceed now and make the presentation to the graduates, since it's all of them. Thank you. So there's an award for the best graduating student in biochemistry, and this award is to be presented here to the deserving student who did all the things that eyes cannot see. You know, that's the only course that you just need to know it. And that winner is Dr. Luca Joy. The head of the Department of Biochemistry and Physiology is here, Associate Professor Dr. Victor Abu.
The award is from the Set Global Initiative. Founder is Dr. Tony Professor. The award is the best graduate student in veterinary biochemistry. The award is valued at 8,000 naira.
You expect if you study biochemistry, pharmacology will hurt you. But you don't study biochemistry. We also have a Best Graduate Student Award, Department of Anatomy, to be presented by the head of the department. Okay. We also have a Best Graduate Student Award by the NBMA. No, ABMS, yes. So please come forward, the president. Best Graduating Award goes to the Best Graduating Student, and that is Dr. Luca Torre. Okay. The president is making this presentation himself. Congratulations. Also, an award to the former president of the association going to Dr. Iloni Farouk. To have the Dr. Nathaniel Ramos, gift Christian Professor Matthew Adamu, gift for best graduate student. Please, can we have that presentation? Take it. Thank you very much. His Best Graduating Student Award. And since the man whose name is on this gift is here, he should be the one to present. Once again, look up Torre. Thank you very much. Best graduating student for Professor Patrick Oyeyili. Best graduating student in pharmacology, Dr. Nungwa Sendo Zita. Timothy, please. Yes, the head of the department.
You know, pharmacology, without it, you don't even practice this. Except you want to be brave, or maybe you want to use acupuncture. So this, I will have a student here. Our students, he has made over 80% performance in pharmacology and toxicology. So on behalf of the Department of Pharmacology, we have an award for her, and that award is titled Late Professor Patrick Oyeyili's Award for the best graduating students in pharmacology and toxicology subjects. The students will meet the committee in the department by next week. We want to congratulate. Okay.
Thank you very much. The Chief Executive Officer of Augusta Livestock Veterinary Services on those to please come forward with his award. He doubles as the zonal manager of Sam Pharmaceutical, and he has a presentation. Please come this way. And so, Dr. Wese is presenting the best graduating student animal health and production. And that award goes to Dr. Nungwa Sendo. The first prize of 30,000 and this one He's also presenting the overall best graduating student with another award of 30,000 naira. Put your hands together for him. It is doubling with the second best. Looking at this program, the second best have a lot of best in courses. 20,000